Hello and welcome back. So today I'm going to be making a dismantled mantel clock to place on my Samhain altar. So this is what the clock looks like. All I did was pop out the clock, and I think there was a thermometer and something else over here. The reason I did that was because it's going to make it very easy to paint, and I'm going to put something different in the clock face, thermometer, to go with my Samhain theme. This is going to be somewhat of a messy project, so you'll want to wear some clothes that you don't mind getting paint on. You're going to need gloves, and as I go through the video, I will explain to you everything that I'm using in detail. So with that being said, let's get started. So this is the mantel clock that I'm going to be working with. And all I did was sand it with some 120p sandpaper, just kind of lightly, just so that the paint will adhere. So it's my idea to make a crackled look, which is going to be like an aged finish and make it look a little bit old. And I'm going to do that using a crackle medium. The first thing that you want to do is put down your base color. This is the color that's going to show through the cracks. And it was $6.49. I got it for 40% off on sale. After I sanded it, I just wiped it down with a damp cloth to get any of the debris off of it. I'm just going to put a nice coat all over the entire clock. So I'm just going to start painting. So this is the first coat of paint right here, and I can see that it's going to need a second coat of gold paint. So I'm going to let this dry, put on another coat of gold paint, and then I'll put the crackle medium on. So while I'm waiting for the paint to dry, I was going to show you the clock faces that I popped out. And they were like this. They had a back on them. They stuck into the wood like this. And then I just took the screws out and I saved them for reassembly. These were actually this kind of really bright gold, and I wanted to kind of dull it down a little bit, but I wanted to still be copper gold to go with my theme. So it's going to be something like this. But I found these really cute designs that I want to put in the faces instead of the clocks. And I think it goes really well with the Samhain theme. I downloaded it, I printed it off on sticker paper. And then I'm just going to cut the circles out and put them on here. But I'm really terrible at cutting out stickers. So I'm going to use my die cut machine, my Big Shot. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out each one of these. And then I'm going to place these on a piece of very thin cardboard. And the reason why I'm doing that is because these have things sticking up, and if I put the sticker right on top of it, there's going to be a lump there on the sticker, and I want it to be completely flat. So I'm going to put the sticker on the cardboard first. So this machine is actually really easy to use. So you're going to put This on here, you put your design and you put the cutter exactly where you want it to cut at. And then you put this on top and you put it in, and then you're gonna roll it through. And then it cuts your design out very perfectly. And there's the last one. So I didn't think that I would, but I actually really like the contrast to where you can see some of the white in the back. I think it's a really nice contrast. So I'm just gonna put a thin little circle of it, of glue, and then I'm just going to put it in and lightly press it. And that's it. So now the gold has completely dried. I put the crackle medium on the back and let it dry before doing the front. And I'm just gonna put a pretty thin coat around it. So that's basically it. I put the crackle medium on it, and now I'm gonna let it dry. And now it has to dry for about an hour. Now my crackle medium is completely dry. I let it dry for a little over an hour. And I'm going to paint the front first, and then I'm going to lift it up and paint the outside. And I decided to use a metallic black from Hobby Lobby instead of the flat black, just so it can have some little sparkle in the candlelight. So I'm just getting a pretty good amount on my brush, and I'm just going to go over it. And the great thing about crackle is you don't really have to, it doesn't have to look great because it's supposed to look old. So now I'm gonna lift it up and do the sides. And that's all there is to it. So this is how the crackle turned out. And I think it turned out really good. I really love it. I especially love this part right down here. I went ahead and did the back, which looks pretty good too. I popped in one of the faces because I wanted to make sure I could do it. So you just take the face. I'm wearing gloves so I don't get fingerprints all over the outside. They're already kind of scuffed because this is really old. And you just pop it in like that. The ring, I decided to put a little bit of gold around it. And I just used some spray paint that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I basically just went real quick. I used a copper color. And I thought it was a little too bright. And I wanted to tie it into the gold of the clock itself. And you just pop it on. And it pops on pretty easily. You take your clock, and this one's gonna go down here. And I just wanna make sure it's in the right place. And you just pop it in like that. And that's it. So then the only thing you have left to do is to screw in the sides like so. And you take your screws and you just screw them in, make sure they're lined up. But I'm not gonna show you how to do that because everybody knows how to turn a screwdriver. At the end of the video, I'll put a better picture of the results. And that's it. So, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you.